Brian, you there? I lost you there for a second. No, I just saw it went off for a second, but now it's back on. I don't know what because the audio is still spiking, and I don't even have the soundboard plugged in. Huh? You can say that one more time? So you can hear me on the stream. I'm not. Okay. I only have the crowd mic on. Let me see here. Well, yeah, but right now I don't have any of the audio turned. I don't have the mics turned on right now. They're two all the way down now. I'm muting them, and the audio is still spiking up. I have no idea what it is. I think it's the laptop. I think it's the laptop. I think the laptop's messed up. I think. I mean, I just think it's having a bunch of weird problems that I don't know how to fix. Well, and it's still doing it. Are you trying to do something? I just clicked on codec and it won't. Yeah, one second. Yeah, I got it handy. Yeah. Test. 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 You hearing that? Did you hear me testing on the mic? I don't know what OBS is buggy. I have no idea. Should I just close and open OBS real quick? I'll keep tinkering with it. Yeah, it's been real. I'll test it out some more. Might have to. I don't know what's up to. Alright, I'll end up with more problems. Alright, sounds good. Thanks for your help. We should turn it off and see what it's not even plugged in. So what's Ryan? I think it's
Before we get into tonight's game and before we get into our American Crystal Sugar pregame show, we are going to talk with the superintendent of the Finley-Sharon School, Jeff Larson. And Jeff, tell us a little what's going on around the school district now.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about some activities other than athletics that we didn't really know if they were going to happen this year or not. So we have speech starting up, and we have some protocols and some safety things that we have to go ahead and go through for speech. But if we keep the number of participants down and the number of schools that are coming to speech meets, we're able to do it. So we're going to start up speech now. And then music, we just found out that large group music is going to happen on March 16th in Carrington for us. And so we're going to send our large group music students there. And then the vocal and ensemble small groups will be in April. So they're going to continue to work a little bit for that and get ready for those. And we're still not sure how we're going to do and how we're going to do the small group, if it's going to be one school coming in at a time or if all the kids are going to come in. We'll just have to see what April brings. But it's good for those activities to be able to participate too.
Is there anything else going around the Finley-Sharon Old Page schools? Is there any fundraisers, anything like that going around?
Right now we're just, finishing up really there's only a few more girls basketball games and then we'll get into the play-in game and potentially the regional and things like that. And I know with the nice winter we've had, it's been a really good winter for us. So right now, basically, is we're getting kids into school and they're doing a great job and I'm real happy that they're able to participate this year, and I'm sure glad that you guys are able to come and get to the games, because I know I have some family in Arizona that's watching and family in Minnesota that gets to watch the games, and my daughter all the time. So it's been really good for us that way. So thank you so much.
Anytime, Jeff, and thank you for taking some time here to talk about the school district.
You bet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Welcoming you into Hope, North Dakota, where tonight we broadcast a Region 2 Class B girls basketball matchup with the home team on the scoreboard tonight, the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans, and the away team coming from Hatton Northwood, the Thunder. I'm Joe Stetz. To my right, the camera guy tonight, my homie, as we are 2 days away from the 3 days away from the Super Bowl, technically 2.5. But Derek is to my right. He'll be running the camera, the computer, and he'll be getting me going here as we bring you tonight's Hatton Northwood Thunder versus the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans here tonight on yourliveevent.com. We'll take a break and come back with our Irie Insurance pregame show after this on yourliveevent.com.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
Here's a message from Chad Albert, Steel Seed, working the Spartan territory. Every American farmer works hard. It's a given. At Golden Harvest Seed Company, they believe that seed performance should be a given too. They're rooted in genetics, agronomy, and a service to help you deliver a better performance in each of your fields. Your success is their success. So put Golden Harvest to work for you. Contact Chad Elbert, Steel Seed, 701-866-2972.
Welcome you back to Hope, North Dakota, where we broadcast tonight's Class B Region 2 girls basketball matchup with the Spartans and the Thunder. As we welcome you into our Irie Insurance pregame show for all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. Tonight's broadcast brings you two teams on the opposite side of the standings, if you want to say, where the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans come into tonight's game, winners of 3 and have lost 12 on the year, and the opposing team, the Hatton Northwood Thunder, comes in with a 10-4 record. But both teams are pretty similar in the age category, but just something like that does not usually transfer to wins. But Hatton Northwood's been doing some good or something great this season, being able to be 10-4 with only having 2 seniors, hence, like the Spartans do, having 2 juniors, which the Spartans do not. But after that, it's 1 sophomore and 3 freshmen and 2 8th graders on the varsity squad. And 10-4 in the year, pretty good start for the Hatton Northwood Thunder, as we bring in Derek Zimmerman-Geyer into the pregame show for this. And Derek, teams very similar. Opposite, one's got double-digit wins, one's got double-digit losses. What is your take on something like that so far?
To put it as clear as day, to get down to brass tacks between these two teams, we've seen potential from this Spartan squad. But when it comes down to these two teams right now tonight, it's a David Goliath kind of thing with the Spartans' young team, but so far that leadership hasn't excelled them to where the Thunder are, and opposite end of the spectrum for Hatton Northwood. That's exactly what they've done with the young group of gals that they have at Hatton Northwood. So what we've seen from this Finley-Sharon Page team, they do their best work in that first quarter. We saw it just a few weeks ago. In the first quarter, they give their best punch, and they have to keep that punch consistent. They have to give a left jab, a right jab, and then an underhook, and then keep it going to the fourth period, into the fourth quarter, and find the knockout punch. But they have to survive the first 3 quarters to get a chance at that knockout blow. So, once again, Finley-Sharon Page acting as David here tonight. Hatton Northwood comes in as the 10-4 Goliath.
It looks to be that way for the Hatton Northwood Thunder, as we were talking about. Their last 5 games, they are 3-2, having 2 of their 4 losses on the year coming very recently, with a recent loss against the Thompson Tommies. We know that team very well. Probably the top team in the region, or Region 2, I should say. The top team in Region 2, they lost 59-21. About a week before that, on Tuesday, the 26th, they defeated Hillsborough Central Valley 51-18 at their hometown, or in their home arena. They also traveled to Park River Fordville Lincoln and beat them 44-25. Mayport CG, they hosted Mayport CG, 54-47 loss in that one. And then, of course, Lemoore at Northwood, they were able to win by 13 points, 57-43. So it looks like the threshold from those 5 games, Hatton Northwood's got to get about that 45-50 point mark for most likely a victory or a very, very competitive game here tonight. They're going to have to hit that 45 point mark.
And a lot of times when these Spartans get down, it's in that first quarter or second. Like I said, with the first quarter, they give their best shot. But in the second quarter, first half, that's when they give up the explosion to their opponents. They've been down as much as 23-4 in the first quarter, or 26-3, somewhere around that range in a few games that we've seen here on YourLiveEvent.com. Exactly that. You just cannot give up an abundance of points in that first half. And if they give up half of what Hatton Northwood, that threshold you were talking about, if they give up half of 45 or so in the first half, we're going to see where this game is going to go very quickly.
And speaking to that, Hatton Northwood Thunder, they like to run the floor. They like to get out in transition. I got a chance to catch up with the coach of the Northwood Thunder, Tony Evanston. And we'll get that after the break here for our coach's comment segment. You'll hear from him. But, a little kind of asking him about his team, what drives his team, especially winning 10 games. They like to play transition. And he says with the youth he's got, the more that, the more that they aren't thinking and trying to find their way in the offense, the more that they're out and running, you're not really thinking. You don't think that you're young or you're inexperienced or anything like that. You're just scoring. You're playing basketball the way it is. And, that's the one key that Northwood has tonight against the Spartans. The Spartans averaging about 30-plus turnovers a game. That's going to play right into the Thunder's hands, wouldn't you say?
And that's where most of the Spartans' opponents do their work, is points off turnovers, points in transition. Of course, it's hard to guard anyone when you don't have anyone back there guarding because you just had a turnover. But then again, the Spartans' defense still needs some work if they want to stay in tonight's matchup.
Speaking of the Finley-Sharon Hope-Page Spartans, the home team on tonight, and tonight they're during their last 5, as we have Derek will have to change the camera. Got hit by a stray basketball there, but for the Finley-Sharon Hope-Page Spartans, their last 5, they come in with a 4-1 in their last 5, having a recent loss to the Mayport CG High School, 71-29 at home this Monday. On Saturday, I should say, me and Derek were able to travel to Edinburgh for that Saturday matchup between the Drayton Valley Edinburgh Titans and the Finley-Sharon Hope-Page Spartans. They were lost in that one, 58-32. They were able to pick up the win the Thursday before that Saturday game, 47-46 winners over Park River Fordville Lankin, with 2 losses to Midway Minto and Nelson County, 78-24 to Nelson County and 87-35 to Midway Minto. That is your last 5 for the Finley-Sharon Hope-Page Spartans. And the one thing also when we get the chance to talk to Laura Irie, they got to find a way to get Reagan Zerfus going tonight. Last Saturday was the last time we saw him, and the Titans were able to basically lock up the paint and weren't able to let Zerfus control down there in her little comfort zone there on the blocks and getting her shots to go. But then the game on Thursday that we covered with them, she had 30 points, and it was all down in that little block area. So for Coach Laura Irie, they got to get her going. If she goes, the team goes. And that's the way the Spartans got to play tonight. They got to get Reagan Zerfus going. We'll take a break and come back with more on your Irie Insurance pregame show with coach's comments from both Northwood Thunder head coach and Finley-Sharon Hope-Page Spartans head coach after this on yourliveevent.com.
Dr. Craig Rothfuss Dental Practice in Hillsboro is accepting new patients. They offer patients of all ages a full range of dental services, including Clear Correct, which is an option for invisible braces, and a $99 whitening program. Dr. Rothfuss accepts multiple insurance plans, including Delta Dental, United Concordia that was affiliated with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Principal Dental Insurance. Bring your smile to Dr. Craig Rothfuss Dental Practice in Hillsboro, and the friendly staff will help make it sparkle. Call 701-636-4244 today.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Irie Insurance pregame show for all your insurance needs. Visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. As we bring you back into the Irie Insurance pregame show, we'll be bringing you some coaches' pregame comments. And first, we'll start with the road team on the schedule tonight. The Hatton Northwood Thunder, again, 10-4 on the year, playing very good basketball as of late, winning 3 of 2. I got a chance to catch up with Tony Evanston of the Hatton Northwood Thunder for a little pregame coach's comments. Coach, 10-4 on the year, doing something right. I know you said before we had a chance to catch up, you're a little young, but 10 wins, you're doing something right this late in the year.
Yeah, like you said, it's we're a pretty young team this year. We have a lot of girls that it's their first year on the varsity, so getting that varsity experience. But whatever it is we have to do, we have to try to just make sure we get it done. Can't worry about how old we are or anything. Just go out there and play.
And we also, before the interview, we had a chance to talk about your offensive approach. And I know with a young team, you don't want them to really be thinking too much. You want to get them out and run your transition offense style. And, is that the style you want to play tonight against the Spartans?
Yeah, definitely. Whatever it is they throw at us, we're going to try to counteract it with just being able to push, just get up and down the court. And like you said, we try not to think too much, just react to what is going on and get the ball up the court as quick as we can, try to make layups instead of jumpers, whether it's in the half court or just like getting it in transition, getting that fast break going and off of our defensive pressure. So hopefully we can get that to go for us tonight.
Now flipping over to the other side, we talked about the offense. Now let's go defense. What's your game plan against tonight for the Spartans? I know they have a very good scorer in Reagan Zerfus. Or what is the plan for you, or what are you telling your team for defensive keys tonight?
Well, right away we kind of pride ourselves on playing man-to-man defense, so we're going to come out in that right away with a little bit of full court pressure. We like to try to get the game sped up, get other teams trying to play how we want. Then after that, we're going to probably switch it up a little bit here and there, and then whatever it is we're in, we have to make sure we can play it the right way, helping each other out, whether it's man-to-man or a zone, and then just win your one-on-one battles, and winning those one-on-ones will convert to winning hopefully the 5-on-5 battles. So lock down your girl, and hopefully we have the help if we need it.
Coming in, and I know it's a very unique season, a very unique schedule, and I know looking at it ahead, usually you get to play, the Spartans inside the region. You get to play them once early in the year, maybe in the middle, and you always get that little separation. There's only like 5 days splitting these two competitions, so tonight I know it's going to be the trial run going into that one. Is that what your plan is here tonight?
Yeah, every game counts for us. We don't really look forward to the next one, so it's each game take it one step at a time, see what we can do in this one, and then just kind of find whatever works in this one, just continue that into the next one and go from there.
Coach, thanks for some time.
Not a problem.
That was coach of the Hatton Northwood Thunder, Tony Evanstad, and pretty in-depth details on tonight's matchup. And of course, as I hinted there at the end of the interview, these two teams will face off in 5 days. February 9th, that next Tuesday will be their next matchup, and pretty close. And it'll be kind of see where both teams are, and see if the Spartans can stick in this and take away some things to go into that matchup and try and get another Region 2 W. And for the Thunder, it's just they want to try and see what they got out of this and see where they can improve to try and keep their keep their win total keep going up. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the coach's comments from the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans head coach Laura Irie after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
When you need seed for your farm, contact Rocky Nedham. Nedham Seeds in Caledonia, 701-430-1149. Wheat varieties include LCS Trigger, LCS Rebel, AgriPro, SY Velda. Nedham Seeds also has barley seed and Seedex sugar beet seed, plus Pioneer corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed. Wheat, barley, corn, soybean, sunflower, alfalfa, and sugar beet seed. Nedham Seeds, Caledonia, 701-430-1149.
As we bring it back to Hope, North Dakota, where tonight's Class B Region 2 girls matchup between the Spartans and Thunder is about to be taking place, as we've got about 3:25 left here in the pregame clock. Of course, we'll have our we'll have our starting lineups, and then that to follow will be the game. But first, we'll catch up with the head coach of the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans, Laura Irie, on tonight's matchup against the Thunder. Hope Page Spartans, Laura Irie, and coach. I know not off to a winning streak after getting that one win later in this year, and tonight coming up against the Hatton Northwood Thunder. And coach, what do you know about the Thunder? I know you play them twice a year, but this is your first matchup late in the season.
Yeah, and we got them next week again too. So they're a scrappy team. They don't have that huge height advantage for everything, but they've got 10 wins on the season. They're working hard. They're quick, so we got to slow down their game. And we got to be able to break that press. They do have a nice press that they put on, so we just got to be patient and hopefully we can do that so we can get some shots. We haven't shot well the last few games, less than 20%. So I'm hoping that will be a factor and we can get some good shots off tonight.
On the offensive end, I know the game we covered last Saturday, you weren't able to get Reagan Zerfus going the way you usually do. I mean, she was held to 10 points. What's the game plan going into tonight to try and get her more involved? Because if she goes, the team goes.
That's correct. And I know they did a box and chase on her a little bit, so that was a little frustrating. But she does set the tone for us. So when we get her points, and then we got to have the rest of the girls step up and score too. So we're just going to try to execute our game plan, and hopefully it'll turn out.
I know to your comment, you were the Hatton Northwood Thunder on the year, 10 wins. Yeah. On the defensive end, what is your game plan? Is there a certain style, or is there a certain person you're trying to stop tonight, or is there what's the key tonight against the Northwood Thunder? Again, you're going up against them in a couple of days, so of course you're going to try and get a trial run here. But what's tonight's game plan against them?
Yeah, no, and we got to slow down the game. We have to hustle back on defense. We can't let the fast break. That's what hurts us the most, is teams fast breaking on us, and taking our time on offense instead of maybe shooting the ball right away. Take some time off so we can set the pace there. That's what we got to try to do, is slow it down a little bit.
Coach, thanks for taking some time here on the Coach's Comments.
Thanks.
That was Coach Laura Irie of the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans, and we'll take a break. We'll come back with our final wrap on the Irie Insurance pregame show with our starting lineups, and then we'll get into the game tip here as we are counting down to the national anthem here from Hope, North Dakota on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at the Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about the Hope Page Public Schools and stay up to date with school and athletic calendars, teacher pages, and news by visiting hope-page.k12.nd.us. We are Spartans. We are learners, leaders, achievers, and believers. We will change the world.
Recent trades with equipment on the lot at Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada 2016 Challenger MT865E, 30-inch tracks, 5 remote auto steer, front weights. It's all loaded up. Call for pricing. Also a 1315 Unverfirth grain cart, model year 2013, priced at $43,000. 60-foot Flexicoil coil packer. Call for pricing on this local trade, and don't forget the new and used REM grain vacs for sale and rent at Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada.
Welcoming you back into the final part to the Irie Insurance pregame show with our starting lineups. First, we'll start with the Hatton Northwood Thunder starting lineups. They are going to roll like this. Freshman guard at 5'5", Amara Hausen. She'll be wearing number 5. Number 10, the senior guard at 5'5", Lily Thompson. Number 14, a junior guard at 5'6", Skylar Uglum. They're also going to roll with number 22, the junior forward at 5'10", Megan Larson, as well as number 23, the sophomore guard at 5'8", Estella Surratt. Hausen, Thompson, Uglum, Larson, and Surratt, the starting 5 for the Thunder. We'll flip it over to the other side with the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans, and they're going to roll with their normal 5, which is number 3, the sophomore guard at 5'9", Allison Stromstead. Number 5, the senior guard at 5'5", Beth Mayhews. Number 10, the freshman forward at 5'9", Reagan Zerfus. Number 11, the senior guard at 5'4", Marissa Mitchell. And number 31, the sophomore center at 6'1", Jillian Larson. Stromstead, Mayhews, Zerfus, Mitchell, and Larson start for the Spartans here tonight as we are waiting, as the Spartans are finishing up their starting lineup line. And we'll take this time to, again, appreciate and thank all of our sponsors who bring us, or who are sponsoring us throughout this season and tonight's game. Patronize them any way you can and tell them thanks for sponsoring us. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here in Hope, North Dakota, to broadcast tonight's Region 2 girls basketball matchup with the Thunder and the Spartans, as both teams take their final get-together to talk about tonight's game, and they're lining up at the center line. The Thunder are going to wear their black jerseys, white numbers, and blue and white on the trim on the side of the jerseys. The Spartans are going to roll with their home whites, and looks to be a reddish navy blue on the side with red numbers. Tip is won and controlled by the Thunder. They get it over here to the left side. This is Uglum. Uglum pump fakes. Now she'll swing it up to the top to Sarah. Now over, and it's a baseline drive. That time a shot put up there by Howsam, and she's going to be hacked on the way up. She'll go to the line to shoot the first two of the night.
Yeah, it's 5-on-5. Mayhews fouls. Number 5, Morehausen, right off the first possession. Kind of surprising that first tip-off right there. Megan Larson, 5'10", gets the tip over Jillian Larson at 6'1", as the first one by Hausen is swished.
The first one is good that time from Amara Hausen. She gets her second attempt at the line, and this one goes off the backboard. They're going to say the officials are going to call that one dead, and it's going to be going the way of the Spartans here early. The Spartans get it in. They're met with a trap-style full-court defense, and a quick turnover shot put up that time. That was Thompson, no good. Rebound underneath, and the Spartans dig it out as Zerfus is trying to shake off the Thunder there.
Jump ball, I'm going to call it eventually. No, Zerfus is going to rip away herself.
Zerfus gets it to Mitchell, who gets it quickly up to Jillian Larson, left block. She puts up a shot there, no good. Rebound by Zerfus, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2 for herself there.
Zerfus is scrapping here early this evening on the defensive side in the paint. Trying to find, it looked like it could have been a loose or a jump ball eventually. I mean, she had 3-on-1 and she was still fighting away like a honey badger, and she found herself with enough a foul to trip to the line.
First one is up, off back iron on the right side, no good, and she'll make it an 0-for-1 trip so far for Reagan Zerfus. 7-14, 1-0 your score on your Chad Elbert Steel Seeds scoreboard as Zerfus lines up her second free throw. It is up, rattles out, no good that time, rebounded by Megan Larson, and she'll come with it on the left side. Gets it, that time it was Uglum trying to feed it inside to Sarah, and it's going to be a turnover on the Thunder there.
Looks like the Thunder were just a little overzealous, a little too anxious, too eager to get it up court and push it into the paint, and now they turn it over.
Spartans break the trap-style full-court defense, and Mitchell hands it back off to Stromstead, who swings it over the left side. This is Mayhews, now to Zerfus in the left wing. Zerfus looking inside, does not like what she sees, pass it up top back to Larson. Larson throws it over the top of Mitchell and gets it to Beth Mayhews here on the right wing. Mayhews drives the mid-range, tries to feed it inside, that time to Zerfus, and it's a loose ball controlled here by Marissa Mitchell. She's going to get a shot up on the left wing, mid-range, no good, rebounded here by the Thunder. This is Sarah, and she's going to bring it up and pull it back out as she gets to the left wing herself. Now up top, it is set up here to Skylar Uglum. Now they feed it inside this time to Sarah. Sarah on a nice pitch back. Shot is up and good that time. I believe that one was Lily Thompson on the basket there. Her first 2 of the night extends the lead to 3-0. Stromstead quickly up the floor. She's going to get tied up that time. Good defensive possession there for the Thunder to get back. And the jump ball between Uglum and Stromstead there. It's going to stay the way of the Spartans here.
They tried to get that ball in the paint to Megan Larson, who's guarded by Jillian Larson. They quickly kick it back out and find the mid-range jumper. They didn't like that matchup at 6'1" with Jillian Larson defending down low.
And that is going to be a 5-second call called on the Spartans that time, and it's going to be a turnover. And it's going to go the way of the Thunder.
Spartans feeling the pressure here early in this first quarter.
Howson has it up on top. She swings it to the left side to Uglum. Uglum looks in, guarded here by Stromstead. Up top, 3-ball launch up is no good off back iron. That time shot was by Estella Serrat, and it's going to be rebounded by Stromstead. She's going to break out of the double team. She's going to run the floor with it here. She's got Zerfus to her left, but a 2-on-2 on the other end, and a shot put up there on the right side. No good. Rebounded here by Megan Larson, and she'll quickly get it up for the Thunder as they get it to Serrat. Now across to Thompson to Sarrett. Up top here it is Housen, and she's going to try a floater from just past the free throw line, and she's going to get hacked from behind. That time was Beth Mayhews on the foul call. Second team foul, first on Mayhews.
Actually, I believe that should be Mayhews' second, wasn't it? On the
Nope.
first time that Housen went to the line, it was pretty similar play. Housen mid-range floater and just gets hacked from behind.
First one is up, and it rolls and does not get the friendly bounce there, as that is going to be another, or it's going to be a miss.
Who did they call that first foul on then?
They called that first foul, I believe they called it on Mitchell, I think it was.
I don't know what they're seeing, but Mayhews is right up in her ear when she blocked her and fouled her in that first possession.
Second free throw is up and good, and a stolen pass away this time by Skylar Uglum, and she's going to get called for a travel. She tried to do maybe a bit too much there, as the coach of the Thunder is going to call a timeout. We'll do the same. 4-0. The Thunder lead the Spartans here with 5:28 here in the first quarter. And your Chad Albert Steel Seed scoreboard. We'll be back with more after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Out of the timeout, the Spartans will have it left side out of bounds as it's surfaced to inbound it in. Esther Steinke checking into the ball game now for Beth Mayhews after that, and she gets it here quickly up to Jillian Larson. Jillian Larson just dribbles it past the timeline and allows the offense to set up. Steinke back to Larson, now top to Mitchell. Mitchell swings it over to the right side. Here's Stromstead. She's going to baseline drive, try to feed it inside to surface, and it's going to be a loose ball. It's going to say out of bounds off of, I think it was Stromstead. It's going to be called off, and it's going to be a turnover on the Spartans.
To officially clear things up, Beth Mayhews did pick up her second foul. They had a little trouble up on the scoreboard at the scoring table, and that's why she's checked out now with 2 fouls, and Steinke is in.
Bringing it up the court now for the Thunder, it is Housen. Housen swings it over into the corner. Now here's Megan Larson back to Housen. She cross-courts it all the way to Uglum and trying to feed it into the short block that time. No good, as it's a tip pass off of the hands of Thompson. It's going to be into the hands of the Spartans, and they're going to run with it here. Nice pass inside to Zerfa. She misses the bunny there. She misses the bunny, but makes the harder attempt on a fall-away kind of shot there and gets her first 2 of the night there. 4-2 the score. Thunder with the basketball, though. They're going to get a quick 3-shot up that time by Housen. No good. A scrap for it on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Thunder here on the left side.
That was back in that last position by the Spartans. Quick, nice execution, and Zerfis find her alone in the paint. Uncharacteristically misses the first shot, but she gets the second one to drop.
As the Thunder now have it here in the corner. 4-2 lead for them. This is Uglum. Uglum gets it up top. Housen's going to launch her second 3. It's up. No good. Larson grabs that one, and she'll get it to Mitchell, who will run the floor here on the right side. She'll now cut middle, swing it over to the left. Here's Steinke. Now into the checking into the ball game for the Spartans was Haley Schlotfeld. And now the Thunder come with it here, and they get a quick jump shot there from Estella Serret, and she gets her first 2 of the night and pushes the lead to 6-2 with 4 minutes here in the first quarter on your Chad Albert Steel Seat scoreboard.
That was a very graceful mid-range jumper by Serret.
Inside to Larson, outside, Esther Steinke mid-range jump shot up, no good, and we are going to get a foul call underneath, as it's going to be a block in the back, or it wasn't over the back, it was a push.
Yeah, Serret came in hard at the lower back of Zerfis, and just as graceful as a mid-range, that foul not as graceful, not as clean.
As the Spartans will keep it underneath. They'll get it back to Zerfa. Sheer shot up. No good. Good contest there. That time was Lily Thompson, and the Thunder will come with it here. Thompson now swings it over to the right side. Here's Skylar Uglum. Uglum now gets it to Amara Housen. Housen swings it to the left side. Now back up top and across. Over and now set up in the, looks short of the free throw line elbow. No good. That time, that was Lily Thompson on the jump shot, and she's going to fight for it and get it out to Skylar Uglum, who's going to get it now to Serret. Serret Housen lines up a 3 off back iron, no good. She's 0 for 3 so far in this game. As they get a quick turnover there, as Steinke turns it over to the Thunder, and a shot up on the right side there by Skylar Uglum, and she'll put 2 and give her 4 for the game. 8-2 the lead, 3:02 remaining here in the first quarter. Mitchell has it now. She's directing traffic, tells Steike to go to the left side. She does. She quickly gets it down in the short corner for Zerfus. Zerfus tried to sling it in there. No good. And it's going to be tipped and stolen away here by the Thunder. They're in transition, like what they want to do. And there's another 2 points that time by the hands. I think Thompson got the chew on that one.
Yeah, just once again, like we talked about in the pregame show, points in transition against the Spartans. That always goes against. Zerfus dribbles that out of bounds. And another turnover for Finley-Sharon Hope Page. Jillian Larson is checking out. Looks like Schlafelt came in.
Checking into the ball game for the Thunder is number 24, Kennison Azure, as well as number 4, McKenna Gator, checking in for the Thunder. Also in Allison Stromstead for the Spartans here, checks in there. For the Thunder, they get it inside to Azure and tries to get it out to to Sarah there on the mid-range jump shot, and just before she shuffled her feet, it's going to be a turnover on the Thunder. It's going to go the Spartans' way with 2:18 on the in the first quarter, with the Thunder leading 10-2 over the Spartans. They come with it though. Haley Schlafeld drop pass back out to, that was Stromstead, feeds it inside to a running Zerfus, and she's going to get the right-handed shot up and good. Give her 2 more. Give her 4 on the night. All the Spartans scoring here early. Now up top, here's the Gator. Gator swings it over the right side. Here's Uglum. She's going to line a 3 up. Rattles out, no good. Rebound there by Gator. She tries a second shot, no good. Stromstead gets it. She's running with it, tries to feed it to Mitchell there, and it's going to be overthrown and out of bounds. Turnover on the Spartans.
Spartans have themselves a prime opportunity right there off the missed 3. If you just put a little more grease on that rim, it would have went in, and they just football pass it back over and out of bounds.
Gator swings it over now to Uglum. Uglum back to Gator. Gator back to Uglum. Now inside to Azure. Azure puts up the shot. No good, but she's going to go to the line to shoot 2 of her own.
Spartans, whenever they give up pressure in the paint when they're playing defense, they can't seem to do anything except give them a trip to the line and foul, as that foul is on Haley Schlafelt, her first, team 3rd.
First one from Azure is it rattles out, no good, and we're going to get a few substitutions into the ball game. For the Spartans, are going to check in Jillian Larson, who's coming in for Haley Schlotfeld. Also checking back into the ball game, number 5 and number 10 for the Thunder. That is Amara Housen, and Lily Thompson checks back in, as the second one is up and good that time from Azure. And we're going to get a over-the-line violation turnover on the Spartans. It's going to stay left side out of bounds for the Thunder here.
That's a tough turnover to take for the Spartans. Just fundamentals. Just a right corner 3. In and out again.
No good, and rebounded here by Zerfus. She's going to try and quickly get it going, and it's going to be a tip pass out of bounds off the Thunder. It's going to stay with the Spartans here.
That was Azure with the 3-point attempt from the right corner, and then almost knocking down our broadcast booth over here at the loose ball. Broadcast booth I use loosely.
Marissa Mitchell now tries to get into the corner. It's going to be a turnover again for the Spartans, as Stromstead and Mitchell not on the same page early here, as they are down 11-4 to the Thunder with 1:17 left here in the first quarter on your Chad Obert Steel Seed scoreboard. The Thunder bring it up the court now. It is Housen. Housen swings it over, and it's Uglum. She gets it back to Housen. She's going to line her 4-3 up. No good. 0-for-4 for her from the 3-point line. Quick rebound and a long jump shot there. No good that time from Thompson. And it's going to be a tussle for the basketball. Not one, but a jump ball is going to be called. And it's going to, or no, they're going to say a foul.
I believe they are. I believe this foul is picked up against Finley-Sharon Page, and that's on Stromstead. Her first.
Azure gets the inbounds quickly. She gets her shot up, turns around, no good. But Steike was just right there at the wrong time. And she's going to pick up the foul and send Azure to the line to shoot a pair.
Steike's first foul as well. Spartans already up to 5 with 55.9 left here in this first quarter.
The first one is up and good from Azure that time. That is her second point of the night. 2 free throws on the night for her. The second one is on the way. It is off back iron, no good. And it's a rebound lost there by the Spartans. Quickly picked up there on the offensive end by Uglum, and she's going to put 2 more on the scoreboard. Give her 6 on the night. Another quick turnover, and this time was stolen by Gator. and she's going to pick up another 2 there as they try and get it into Mitchell with 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Mitchell is tangled up.
Harassed.
And it's going to be a...
You're going to call a jump ball right here?
No, they're going to call a foul, and it's going to be called on Lily Thompson. I guess I didn't really see the official really indicating it was a true foul. I thought it was a jump ball.
Well, right now, the Spartans are getting absolutely pressured and pounced on in the paint. Constant turnovers and giving up the offensive rebound.
Surface now has it here on the right side with 26 seconds left. Looks like a second separation between the shot clock and game clock, maybe more on the game clock side. But the Spartans are still going to roll with it here as Zerfus has it up on the top. She gets over to Stromstead. Stromstead back inside to Zerfus. She's met by a double team. She dribbles around and goes to the left block. Her shot up and good on that side. Give her 2 more. Give her all 6 points for the Spartans here. Osier gets a jump shot at the buzzer. No good, and that is going to be it for the first quarter as the Thunder take a 16-6 lead over the Spartans here on your Chad Albert Steel Seat scoreboard. We'll come back with second quarter action after this on yourliveevent.com.
For over 100 years, Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator, a full-service cooperative, has been growing and adapting with the ever-changing agriculture industry. These strong roots in eastern North Dakota include a dedicated staff of 42 full-time employees. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator offers a variety of services, including agronomy, sales and service, custom application, grain drying and handling, bulk fuel and oil, tire repair, and light mechanic work. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator is a buyer of corn, soybeans, wheat, and sunflowers. Learn more by visiting finleyfarmerselevator.com.
You're never too young to start saving for your future. Dakota Heritage Bank offers the Grow With Us program for kids. It's a young savers club with various incentives, including newsletters, a higher savings rate, bonuses, and more. Contact Dakota Heritage Bank to find out more about the Grow With Us program. Dakota Heritage Bank has 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome you back for the second quarter action as the Spartans will start with the basketball here. Down 10 points, 16-6 your score. As Stromstead has it here for the Spartans on the right side. They get it to Larson. Larson back out to Stromstead. She's going to line a 3 up off front iron. No good. Good box out there by Osier. And she's going to get it quickly up to Housen, who now gets it settled down by Thompson. Thompson now has it on the right wing, met by a 2-3 zone defense here by the Spartans. Osier on a nice mid-range or a nice drive to the basket, no good. But a offensive rebound that time by Lily Thompson is going to give her 2 free throws there as she went up for the putback and got pushed from behind that time by Haley Schlotfeld. That is going to be her second foul. It's going to send Thompson the line to shoot a pair.
The Thunder not playing their cleanest basketball. The first one swished there by Thompson. But yet they find those fouls and those chances at the line. The Spartans are now team fouls at the 6 mark, and Thompson goes 2 for 2, making them pay.
Make it a perfect trip from the line that time. Pushes the lead to a dozen here as they quickly get up as the Spartans do. They get it to Slotfeld. Her shot on the right side, no good. Rebounded there by Megan Larson, and she's going to get it over to Estella Serret here as she drives into the free throw line, loses the handle of it. It's going to be a tussle on the ground for it. Beth Mayhews is going to tie up. That time it was Kennison Osier, and it's going to be a turnover on the Spartans, I guess, on a jump ball situation, and it's going to go. No, they're going to stay. It stays with the Thunder here. I was going to say.
They're turning the callback? Huh.
They're turning the callback because the start of the period, or the start of the second quarter, went the way of the Spartans. So it should have been flipped, but it wasn't. The officials, or the scorers table got together, and they made the right correction here as the Thunder get a mid-range jump shot here off the inbounds by Serret. And it's going to be a loose ball controlled here by Larson, given up to Stromstead, who's going to run the floor with it here on the right side, settles it down on the right wing. Inside to Beth Mayhews. Her turnaround post move shot up, no good, but Zerfus gets the offensive rebound, and she gets another attempt to go to the line to shoot a pair. She's 0 for 2 from the line so far tonight.
On the last possession for the Spartans, it was Schlotfeld trying to work inside the block, and we haven't seen a lot of what Schlotfeld's offense is really like. She's more of a mid-range jumper type of player. First one by Zerfus, no good again, so she's now 0 for 3. But the thing is, it seems like the Spartans find any way possible to get Zerfus inside the paint, whether it be an air ball or just a brick off the glass.
Well, we all know about Malone's office down there for, basketball terms. That's basically Zerfus's office. Those two, in between the two blocks, that is her little zone, and just not hitting her free throws. 0 for 4 for Zerfus here tonight. As Azure gets it back out to Thompson. Now Housen has it up on top. She gets over the left side. It's Azure. Now back over to, swung across. Here it is to Uglum. Uglum feeds it inside to Larson. Larson backs it out and gets it up top to Housen. Right wing three, no good. Make it 0 for 5 for Housen at the three-point line here tonight. Rebounded here by Zerfus. And she's going to run the floor with it. Gets it over to the right side. Here is Marissa Mitchell. Her three off front iron, no good. And a long rebound controlled. And here they come running as Uglum. Uglum one-on-one with Mitchell. Her floater inside the paint is up and good. And make it a 20-6 game. And a timeout called on the floor. 20-6 is the score here on your Chad Albert Teal Seed scoreboard, with the Thunder leading the Spartans with 6:15 here in the first half on yourliveevent.com.
The aisles at Mix Grocery in Hope are filled with products you know and love. That's why Mix Grocery is your one-stop shop for all of your shopping needs. Mix has a deli, bakery, produce, and fresh meat. Whether you're looking for quick and easy meals or trying a new recipe, you'll find what you need at a great value. Open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mix Grocery in Hope, North Dakota. 701-945-2691.
We bring you back out of the timeout called that time by the Thunder, and they're going to just kind of discuss what kind of happened as they are up 14 points on the Spartans. Spartans quickly break that full press defense, and it's going to be a turnover as Larson tried to get it over to Mayhews, and it's going to be a errant pass going out of bounds. It's going to be going the way of the Thunder here.
Spartans just don't have their head on the right shoulders right now. Just errant passes and not finding the offensive boards when they need to when it's right in front of them.
Housen inside and out. They try and get it loose ball off of Uglum. It's going to be controlled here by Zerfus, and she's going to hand it to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to kind of sprint up the floor, gets it over to Stromstead. Stromstead looking inside, does to Larson, back out to Mitchell. Mitchell drives to the free throw line, elbow back out to the right side to Stromstead. Trying to get it back to Mitchell, and it's going to be stolen by Uglum. Uglum's going to drive again, that little floater inside the paint. It's good. That's like deja vu. Second time we've saw that, especially with Marissa Mitchell on the contest.
Yeah, I can tell Mitchell is bringing the fire right now for the Spartans team. Just, it doesn't seem like they're in sync.
Zerfus back to Mitchell, inside to Larson, out to Stromstead here. Stromstead still looking for where to go with it. She gets it over to the left side. It is Zerfus. Zerfus back out to Mitchell. Met by a double team when Zerfus touched the basketball there. Stromstead, Larson. Larson's going to make a move inside. Her shot is up and rejected away. Actually just kind of like
snatched.
Like a snatch block there that time by the Thunder, and they're going to quickly get up the floor, and Thompson's going to drain a three. So the snatch block stolen away by Megan Larson. And she's going to assist. That time it was Lily Thompson on the three-point attempt. Give her her fifth point of the night. Now it's Stromstead. Stromstead looking inside, gets it to Larson. Larson trying to feed it to Zerfus. Zerfus couldn't control it right away. She does now. Right side block. Her shot is up, and they're going to count the basket there. Strong move no, they're not. They're going to call a ground foul as it was before the shot. It's going to be a blocking call. Thank you, Derek, for catching that one for me. I saw the official's arm go down. I thought it was going to be the N1 signal.
Man, that paint is really congested with both Larson and Zerfus in there, and it creates a lot of traffic, and they can't get any space to find their layups.
Mitchell Slodfeld recently checked into the ball game. Now he gets it over the left side to that's Mayhews. Inside to Zerfus, and she's going to work that left block. And she's going to get 2 more to go up. Give her all 8 points of the Spartans here tonight.
Yeah, she turned her blinker on in traffic there.
Now here it is, the Thompsons. They try and get it to Azure. They get it back out. 3-ball attempt here by Gator. No good, and she's going to scoop up her own offensive rebound, but she's going to travel. She shuffled her feet just before she can get the second shot off. Turnover on the Thunder. It's going to go the way of the Spartans here. 4-11 here in the first half. 25-8 your score. Thunder leading the Spartans here in your Chad Albert Steel Seed scoreboard. As Mitchell gets it over to Haley Schlotfeld. Schlotfeld looking for where to go with it. She takes 2 dribbles, and she's going to pick it up and swing it over the left side to Mitchell. Mitchell dribbling, lost control of it. She's going to regain it, and get it over to Mayhew, who inside to Zerfus. Zerfus met by all three Thunder, gets it out to Schlotfeld. Her mid-range jump shot is up and good that time.
Yeah, there's Schlotfeld's game right there.
Haley Schlotfeld, first 2 of the night, and the first 2 not named Reagan Zerfus here in tonight's ball game. Azure gets it up top to Gator. Now swung over, and a little arid pass as it's overthrown by Uglum, trying to get it back to Azure. And it's going to be a turnover there on the Thunder. Checking into the ball game and checking out. Mayhew's out. Esther Steinke into the ball game for the Spartans.
It's like Azure, she was expecting to come in and grab that one around the foul line, and the pass just goes over, thinking that the pass should be at the arc.
Zerfus catches it at the wing, and she's going to drive all the way in, met by, again, a triple team, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Spartans here as she threw it off the leg of a Thunder player there underneath. But, again, the pressure, or the double teams and the triple teams that Zerfus has drawn anytime she touches the basketball is just one thing. The Thunder are trying to take her out of this ball game as the Thunder get a steal and they try and run the floor, and they're going to get a foul called. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2 that time. McKenna Gator is going to go to the line to shoot a pair of her own. Up 15 points with 3:08 left here in the first half.
And put the Thunder in the bonus now. It's now 7 team fouls against Finley-Sharon Page in the first on Mitchell. That one rattles in and out by Gator.
She's going to get a second attempt with 3:08 here in the first half. Gator's second attempt is up. Off back iron, no good. And Jillian Larson's going to get it, but a quick turnover. No, it's not. It's going to, well, now it is going to be a turnover on the Spartans. And it's going to be the team's 10th turnover so far.
10 turnovers, 10 points. Sums it up right now.
Inside to Azure. Azure makes a post move. No good. No whistle that time. And it's going to be rebounded here by Gator. Now up to Uglum. And now Gator will set up the offense here. Still met by the 2-3 zone by the Spartans. They get it up quickly. Housen, that's a nice block there by Marissa Mitchell, as it's going to halt the Thunder's offense here for a quick second. 15 seconds still on the shot clock, though. Azure drives to the paint, puts a shot up, no good. But there was a whistle called, and she's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of her own.
Nice defense there by Mitchell. She fought through a screen and playing all kinds of defense. Picks up a second foul, however, and now 8 team fouls against Finley-Sharon Page. She's all over the place right now. She's playing like the Honey Badger in every facet of the court. First one by Azure is drained.
I knew you'd bring up some kind of Honey Badger claim there because of your Chiefs, and that's your safety. And
well, that's how he plays, and that's how she's playing right now. She does everyone at once. She's the field general. She's the captain.
And reckless. That's one thing you can call Honey Badger. As the second one from Azure there is up and good. As, again, we are 3 days away from the Super Bowl, and, you know, Derek, being a Chiefs fan, is excited for that. 2:33 as they're going to quickly set it up as Steinke gets it back. Trying to swing it over the right block. It is Mitchell. She's going to try a jump shot from there. Up, no good. Zerfus somehow gets the rebound. Gets another one.
I told you, any way it can get into Reagan Zerfus' hand in the paint, whether it's just an airmail or a prayer flown, she's going to find either a trip to the basket or a trip to the line.
She does get her ticket punched to go to the line to shoot a pair, and there's her first free throw. 1 of 5 so far. And that's usually a stat line we don't see from Reagan Zerfus very often.
Yeah, she's usually very disciplined and very precise at the line. And, I mean, everything awry in this first half so far for Finley-Sharon Page. Let's see if they can turn around. This maybe sparks momentum. 2 for 2 right there.
And give her double-digit points. As that notches her 10th point here in tonight's ball game, with the Thunder still leading 27-12 over the Spartans here. As the Thunder get it, now they set it up top to Azure. Azure out and Gator. Uglum inside to newly checked into the ball game for the Thunder. That was Thorsgaard. She's going to put up a shot. No good. Stromsted's going to get the rebound, and she's going to get met by 2 Thunder, and a foul whistle is called, and it's going to go on the Thunder, and it's going to go the way of the Spartans. Actually, they're going to send Stromsted to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 situation here with just over 2 minutes left here in the first half.
Yeah, it picks up 17 fouls now for the Thunder, so that's immediately going to send the Spartans to the line now, and the bonus both teams are. That foul on number 4, Gator, her first.
First one from Stromsted is up and good. Give her second opportunity here. 14-point lead for the Thunder. Now Stromsted's second free throw is up and good. Make it a baker's dozen. 13-point lead for the Thunder here as they bring it up the court. Here's Gator, Uglum. Uglum setting it up, guarded here by Esther Steinke. Now they'll swing it over to the left side. This is Sarah. Now over is Azure on the right wing. Now up top, Uglum to Gator. Gator's going to drive, trying to feed it into, that is Azure. She's going to get a shot up, no good on the right side. But again, she's going to go to the line to shoot a pair there. Free throws are the name of the game for the Thunder here tonight's ballgame. This is going to be their 13th and 14th attempt at the line.
It's Reagan Zervis' first foul of the night, team 9th for the Spartans. Azure she's done a great job in the paint. She hasn't found too many at the drop, but when she goes in the paint, she usually picks up a foul and, like you said, punches a ticket to the 15-foot line.
And she's done very well at the 15-foot line, making 6 of 7 so far in tonight's ballgame for her.
15 foot, 15 feet. 15 feet.
I know it's 18 feet for the NBA. Inside is Zerfis. She's going to work all the way across, get it to Steinke. Mid-range jump shot is up and good there. As welcome back Esther Steinke. She gets her, or actually she played in the last game, but in tonight's game she picks up her first 2 in the night, and it's the 3rd score here in the books for the Spartans. Azure over to Uglum. She's going to line a 3 up. No good, but a box out. It's going to be Steinke on a box out call where, you know, the rule is you can't touch the shooter or you can't box them out until they come back down and settle.
She's already in her stomach as soon as she was up in the air.
So that's what the whistle is, and it's going to send Uglum to the line to shoot 3 free throws, and the first one is up and good for Skylar Uglum there.
And now 2 by Steinke and 10 by the Spartans, so already in the double bonus.
Second one off front iron, no good. And we got a substitution coming into the ballgame for the Spartans, as it's going to be Jillian Larson for Haley Schlotfeld here.
All things considered, here in a 14-point deficit, Spartans looking good in these last couple of minutes against the Thunder. Misses third one.
Misses the third one, make it a 1-for-3 trip here at the line, and Marissa Mitchell will come with it with a minute left here in the first half. She'll swing it into Larson. Larson didn't want to dribble with it, gets it back to Mitchell, and Mitchell's going to lose it as there was a fight for the basketball there with Uglum, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the Spartans. It's going to go the way of the Thunder here with 52 seconds left with a 14-point lead over the Spartans here.
I'm sure our scoreboard camera's life just flashed before its eyes right there.
That would be the second time tonight we would have had that situation. Inside to Thorsgaard, she's going to make a post move, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws here.
So once again, the Thunder is exploiting that paint presence and finding ways to put more points on the board at the line.
Thorsgaard doesn't waste a lot of time at the free throw line. Her first one is up and good.
Looks like we got check-in right now. Looks like Uglum's coming out, and then Ariana Barragan comes in.
Second one is up and good there from Thorsgaard, making it a 2-for-2. Perfect trip from the line. 32-16 the score here in the first half, or as we are winding down the first half. Mitchell up to Zerfis. Zerfis is going to drive from her right block, and that's patented. Reagan Zerfis at action right there.
Just another finesse play by the freshman, right in her breadbasket, right in her zone.
She's going to the line to try and finish the original 3-point opportunity here. I know you love when I say that.
I just love your little nuggets of history.
The end one opportunity is up and no good. Rebounded here by Berrigan. And here she's going to bring it up the floor for the Thunder. They get into the corner. Here is Gator. Her 3 up, no good. Stromstad with the rebound, looking to run with it. 21 seconds left here in the first half as the Thunder can cut it to 12 to end this first half. Steinke, mid-range jump shot off, no good. And a good box out there from Azure to keep Zerfis from getting her hands on it. And the Thunder might have an opportunity to get the last shot here in the first half. They swing it across Azure, now to Berrigan. She's going to line a 3 up, no good. Offensive rebound and a putback there by Gator, finding the hole in the defense and getting the opportunity to go up 16 points going into the first half.
Might be an early contender for our February top 10 plays of the month on yourliveevent.com. Be sure to check out our top 10 for January. Just put on Twitter, the website, and on YouTube at R&J Broadcasting and yourliveevent.com's YouTube page. Go ahead and check that out.
And don't be afraid ever to hit us up on plays that you think can be a part of our February plays of the month. And, of course, Derek, where can they contact you or find you for information like that?
You can find me at DerekDZG11, and you can find us on YourLiveEvent.com's Twitter at YourLiveEvent1. I guess Your Live Event, nothing was taken.
Thank you for that, Derek. And, of course, well, that is the end of the first half with the Thunder leading the Spartans 34-18 on your Chat Albert Steel Seed scoreboard. We'll come back and we'll break down and we'll run over the stats in our halftime report after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
The vision of the Finley-Sharon Public School is to educate today's learners for tomorrow's world. The mission of the students and staff is to have the power, pride, opportunity, wisdom, effort, and relationships to be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. Through this effort, students at the Finley-Sharon Public School will become well-rounded, confident, and responsible individuals who aspire to achieve their full potential. To learn more, visit finleysharonschool.com. And go Spartans!
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
We know agriculture, and we know ag lending. Citizen State Bank has competitive rates, and you can get the best loan to keep your farm running smooth. Whether it's land, crops, livestock, or machinery, Citizen State Bank has lenders to help you find the best loan with the best rate in Finley, Cooperstown, and Northwood. For more information, visit us online at csbfinley.com. Member FDIC.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
As we welcome you into our halftime report, sponsored by Christian Brothers Auto Group. Find your next new or pre-owned vehicle at their showrooms in Finley, Mayville, and Cooperstown, North Dakota, and in Crookston and Fertile, Minnesota. Or shop their inventory online by visiting ChristianCarsOnline.com. Christian Brothers Auto Group is here to help you purchase your next vehicle or service your current one. As we again welcome you into the halftime report, the score reads 34-18 with the Hatton Northwood Thunder leading the Finley-Sharon Hope Page, and it's been a game, going into it, we knew the Spartans have a difficulty controlling the basketball. Again, having 15 or 16 team turnovers here in this first half, and again, a team like the Thunder who like to get out in transition and get the easy baskets, it's playing right into their hands, but the Spartans haven't let it get too far out of hand. Only down by 16, when at most they were down by 22. So they've at least not allowed the Thunder to run away with the first half, but it could change here in the second half, especially with the Thunder now getting a chance to talk about it, especially with the Spartans going to talk about it. We'll see what comes out in that second half as I'll bring in Derek Zimmerman-Geyer to break down that first half. And the first quarter was just, it was the Spartans not getting, going on the offensive end, but creating a lot of offense by having a lot of front court turnovers in that first quarter.
See, what I saw in the first two quarters, especially in the latter half of the second, or early part of the second, I should say, is Hatton Northwood, they're not playing the cleanest basketball. Fundamentally, they a lot of loose balls, falling down, errant passes. But here's the thing. Finley-Sharon Page hasn't made them pay for it yet. In fact, they've turned it back over, like you said, 16 times in one half. And when Hatton Northwood finds its points, it's either off of a foul and at the line inside the paint or a turnover in transition. And when we said turnover 16 times, that's a lot of opportunities for Hatton Northwood to make the Spartans feel it.
And especially early or late in that first quarter, I think they had 4 turnovers, all turned into 8 points in that late half of that first quarter. And then, of course, on the opposite side for the Spartans, the only one that could score in that first quarter for the Spartans was Reagan Zerfus. She had all 6 Spartans points in that first quarter. But again, when all of your baskets are going from one person or coming from one person, it's easy for a defense to generate a style to stop you, which they've met them with double teams. They've met her with, triple teams at time, just to get the ball out of her hands or not give her that easy contest shot. But again, Reagan Zerfus able to be in double figures, trying to help preserve a little energy, trying to get them going a little bit on the offensive end. What do you see from the Spartans, and what do you like to see coming into the second half?
Well, we've seen this Spartan team a lot, both boys and girls. And with Reagan Zerfus, the freshman forward, she's a phenom when she gets it going. And even right now, she's a phenom, scoring at least almost all of her team's points with 14 or 13. And now, when it comes to the offense for the Spartans, they're force-feeding her inside the blocks. And you watch enough film as a good squad like Hatton Northwood does, sitting at 10-4, they know where they stop the Spartans' offense, and that's inside the paint with Zerfus. We've seen a few times, Schlotfeld tried inside the post, didn't work out, and then the mid-range jumpers and threes for the Spartans just aren't falling. And most of the times, those are quick shots that they're not setting up. They're not running a fluid offense. They seem very eager. And, of course, you're playing a 10-4 team. You got the nerves. You got the hyperness inside of you running amok. And you can't find your offense's groove. Can't put it in the right gear. And they just have to slow things down. Because, like I said, here's the thing. Hatton Northwood not playing the greatest fundamental basketball. If you just make them pay on a few possessions and keep playing the same defense you have been besides the fouls inside the paint, because their shots aren't falling, you can get back in this game a little bit.
Well, and, like we said earlier in the pregame, both these teams are about the same age. Like, they are legitimately, comparison with the age. You don't think if you start making a run on a team that's like this, with 10 wins on the year and only 4 losses, and the other side it's 3 wins and 12 losses, you think the momentum would switch if you got a few baskets and were able to slow down the Thunder a little bit, because they don't have the full senior group, or they don't have the juniors and all the sophomores. They're a bunch of, they're a bunch of freshmen, 1 sophomore, 2 seniors, and a junior. Like, if you get in their heads a little bit, like the Thunder did in that first quarter, who knows what will happen here in the second half. But, again, the Thunder have to come out and have to find some offense, coming into the second half. We'll run through our statistics here in the first half. As we'll start with the leading team on the scoreboard, the Hatton Northwood Thunder. They are led in scoring tonight by Skylar Uglum. She has 13 points of her team's 34, and doing it all inside and, adding a free throw there for her. Second leading scorer for the Hatton Northwood Thunder is Lily Thompson, the senior. She has 6 points all in the first quarter. Emma Thorsgaard has 2. McKenna Gator has 2. We also have here with Estella Serrett. She has 2. Megan Larson has 2. And we have Amara Housen has a free throw of her own to make 34 points for the Hatton Northwood Thunder. For the Spartans, they, of course, are led in scoring tonight by Reagan Zerfus, and she has 12 of her team's 18 points. Allison Stromstead pitches in 2 free throws in that first half to make it 2 points for her. Haley Schlotfeld pitches in 2 with a mid-range jump shot, as well as Esther Steinke with 2 points. That was your halftime presented by Christian Brothers Auto Group. Find your next new or pre-owned vehicle at their showrooms in Finley, Mayville, and Cooperstown, North Dakota, and in Crookston, Fertile, Minnesota, or shop their inventory online by visiting ChristianCarsOnline.com. As we welcome you into the second half with the Thunder leading by 16 points over the Spartans. They quickly get it in, and off of the halftime break, not the start you wanted as Stromstead overthrows Mayhews, and it's going to be a quick turnover for the Spartans.
Quickly get it in, and then quickly get it out of bounds.
Here it is up on top. The both teams are going to remain with their same starting 5 inside. Nice pass and a jump shot there from the right block by Larson. She gets her 4th point of the night and puts the lead to 18 or 6. No, that's 18-point lead, doubling the Spartans' total here tonight.
That was tidy offense by Hatton Northwood. Didn't need a foul to pick it up right inside the paint.
Mitchell trying to feed it to Zerfis, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the Spartans, and you can see
Mitchell's
two straight turnovers, and Mitchell just doesn't have the body language that you'd like to see, but it's a team struggling right now, and it's just a game like that. Quick jump shot there from the free throw line that time by Estella Serret, and she's going to get 2 there. Give her 4 points as well.
So the Spartans went into halftime, and so far in these first 2 possessions haven't made any adjustments. Meanwhile, Hatton Northwood looking very precise and clean running their offense.
Larson gets it over to Stromstead. Stromstead's going to drive, met by a double team, and a foul to be called. She's going to go line to shoot 2, and both the Thunder players there. I think the foul is going to be called here on Estella Serret. Estella Serret and Amar Housen both looked at each other like, really? We just caused a foul? They both of them with their hands up, but anyway, the official saw what he saw, and it's going to be sending Allison Stromstead to the line to shoot a pair, and she gets her first one to go. Give her a 3-for-3 night at the line.
Yeah, she kind of dipped her shoulder in to kind of sell,
Draw the contact. As she gets 2 for 2 from the line, give her 4 points, all from the line. And also on that play, Estella Serret picks up her 3rd personal foul of the ball game. She gets it here on the left wing as she swings it into the short corner. Now it is Uglum. Uglum, their leading scorer at 13 points, swings it back over to Serret. Mid-range jump shot up, no good. Long rebound controlled here by Stromstead. Stromstead's going to get it poked away and stolen here by Estella Serret. And she's going to slow down the offense as she gets it over to the right side to Housen. Housen's going to drive, put up a mid-range floater, no good. And a loose ball is going to be controlled here by Stromstead, quickly up to Mitchell. And Mitchell's going to run the floor with it. She tries a long Euro step and tries to feed it to Reagan Zerfis. And it's going to go out of bounds off of the Spartans. It's going to be a turnover for them there. We have a timeout on the floor. 18-point lead for the Thunder out of the coming in with 6:05 left here in the third quarter. 30-28 on your Chad Albert Steel Seat scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
Work has begun to replace Line 3 near your community, and keeping everyone safe is our top priority. We have established robust COVID-19 safety rules for our workers, and when they're not at work on our project, they're advised to follow local health guidelines, because we all want everyone home safe. For more information, visit enbridge.com/line3us.
Out of the timeout, that time called by Finley-Sharon Hope Page. Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans have 3 timeouts remaining in tonight's ball game. The Thunder have 4. 6 in change remaining here in the third quarter. Thunder up 18 with the basketball here as they get it over to the right side. It's Uglum. Now up top, here it is to Housen. Housen is going to hand it off to Uglum, who's going to try a floater from the mid-range. No good. She's going to get her offensive rebound and put up a second shot. And it's going to be a foul called on the shot. Going to send her the line to shoot 2.
Once again, just hammering away inside the paint, whether they find the bucket or they find the foul line. Hatton Northwood making Finley-Sharon Hope Page pay. Last 2 possessions for the Spartans, as that's Larson's second foul, Jillian Larson. On the last 2 possessions on the offensive side, it looked like Mitchell and Zerfis just on the wrong page, and each time they errant pass goes awry of Zerfis as she steals that one away, they just are on the same track.
As Zerfis now has it here, she'll get over to Beth Mayhew, who dribbles it up for the Spartans. She's heavily pestered here by Amira Housen, and Beth Mayhew walks into a thunderstorm there. And it's going to be a jump ball turnover by the Spartans.
That was good.
Well, thank you. I didn't know how that one would react. Uglum has it here on the right wing. She's going to drive baseline. Shot up. No good that time. Good contest there by Beth Mayhew. And the Spartans are just... Oh, it's just...
It's tough. It's just tough luck. It's a tough bounce. And now Hatton Northwood has another opportunity. Good shooter right there.
Uglum has it in the corner. She gets it up top to Sarah. Now inside the house, and she's going to dribble it out and get it to Sarah. Back out to Uglum. Uglum feeds it inside and out to the corner, and it's going to be an out-of-bounds pass. That time off the hands of Megan Larson, who's trying to feed it to the corner where Lily Thompson was waiting for the pass there.
And there's just another 15 seconds wasted. Just back-and-back turnovers. And now just got to get your offense into gear right now, down 19.
That's who you want to get it to. Is it Zerfus right inside the paint? No good, but a out of bounds is going to stay with the Spartans here. Down 19 points with 4:54 here in the third quarter.
And that's a nice look for Zerfus. Exactly what Coach Lowry probably wants her to shoot. Right there in her paint, right there in her home down there.
Well, not only that, but it was a one-on-one opportunity. She hasn't had many of those. As Mitchell gets a quick inbound, rebounded there by Zerfus. She's going to put up a shot. It just seems like the more difficult the shot is, Zerfus is going to somehow make that shot.
Well, she mossed her for the rebound and then just throws it up off a bank.
Shot that time put up by the Thunder. No good, but an offensive rebound by Uglum, and she'll set it up top to Sarah. Now over to Thompson. Now to the short corner is Azure, who checked recently in the ballgame, and nice mid-range shot there. She gets 2. Make it 8 for her tonight coming off the bench. Mitchell now has it up, and she'll bounce pass it over the left side to Mayhews. Mayhews pump fakes a 3. Now she'll cross-court it all the way to Jillian Larson. Larson's going to drive, kick out Stromstead. She lines a 3 up. No good as it hits both sides of the rim, and it's going to be rebounded here by Megan Larson, and quickly got it up here to, that is, Estella Serret. She's going to settle it down, gets it to Azure. Azure going to drive to the paint, left-hand shot up and good. Give her double figures, give her 8, or give her 10. For the ball game, and she's coming off the bench and scoring 10. Good performance from Azure tonight.
Yeah, she made it look easy.
Stromstead drives in, no good. Jillian Larson on the putback, and she'll get her first 2 tonight as well. Jillian Larson, now that is the 5th scorer for the Spartans here tonight. Azure mid-range jump shot, and it's money.
She's found her groove.
6 consecutive points for her on the offensive end, as the Spartans extend their lead to a 21-point lead over the Spartans here. Beth Mayhews pump fakes, she'll drive to the free throw line, kicks out to, that is Marissa Mitchell. Her 3 up, no good. Rebounded by Azure, and she's going to run the floor with it, gets it up to Serret. Her right-hand shot in transition, up and good. Good contest there by Jillian Larson, but it just was not enough, as Serret was not going to be denied that one.
The Thunder are just firing on all cylinders right now, and that is going to cause Coach Laura Ari to take another timeout.
And we will do the same with the scoreboard reading on your Chad Edwards Steel Seed scoreboard. 47-24, the Thunder leading the Spartans with 3:03 left here in the third quarter.
When you're looking for a new vehicle, visit with the sales team at Finley Motors, your Chevrolet and Buick dealer. Their sales team will ensure a seamless experience throughout every step of the vehicle buying process and will help you to secure the best financing for your budget. The service and repair department at Finley Motors is equipped to deal with any type of service, auto repair, or reoccurring maintenance. Call 701-524-1200 to schedule service. Visit the showroom in Finley or Mayville and search the new and pre-owned inventory online at finleymotors.com.
As we are still in the timeout called by Laura Irie, and between the break here, me and Derek were discussing, how the Spartans have played, especially started this second half, and I think the right word is discombobulated.
Yeah, I believe if I whipped out Webster's dictionary, I would have to settle down and in the D's, and I would pick that one for sure.
Discombobulated is most definitely, they're not acting like themselves. The body language, the play style, they're falling apart is what they are. And, only to be down by 23 points. I know, only 23 points, but this is still not a game that's out of hand just quite yet. As a quick turnover there, and in transition, Uglum on the right side. Her shot up, no good, but Zerfus gets back on the defensive end and causes a jump ball there, and it's going to be going the Spartans' way here. So a missed opportunity there for the Thunder.
But to say, it's not out of hand to the point, but it got out of hand for the turnover. But nice effort there by Zerfus with the hustle.
Stromstead now to Esther Steinke, who recently checked in the ballgame, as well as Haley Schlotfeld for Jillian Larson and Marissa Mitchell. Now inside to Zerfus. She's going to lose the handle of it. It's going to be a turnover on the Spartans. It's going to go the Thunder way.
And just, once again, firing on all facets. Hatton Northwood is. And it seems like Finley-Sharon can't find its footing inside their part of the court.
Thunder hand it off here as it's Howson. Howson swings it over to Azure, who hands it off to Sarah. Sarah's going to drive to the right, block her shot up on the right side, off the rim, no good. Azure on the rebound, and she'll go back to the line to shoot a pair for her, who's been shooting very efficient at the free throw line tonight.
Looks like Reagan Zerfus got too much of her mitt on that one. She was in the right place and just batted it a bit too much on Azure.
Azure's first one rattles in and give her a 7 of 8 performance here at the line so far tonight. Really bringing the energy for them tonight on the offensive, defensive, and scoring.
A lot of energy. Would you say potential Enbridge Energy Player of the Game?
We'll see here. We will see here. Off the bench, she's in contention for it as well. As we're going to get a dead ball whistle here called by the official.
What we got here, Paul? I'm trying to just sub in. Or what's going on exactly?
Checking out of the ball game is going to be Megan Larson. For some reason, the official blew the whistle.
I think they just wanted a sub, maybe?
As the Thunder with the steal, they quickly get it up, and now it's Howson. She's going to line a 3 up, and she finally gets one to go. Make it her 6th attempt, and that is her first 3 of tonight's ball game. For that time was Howson for 3. Her Amara Howson gives her 5 points on the night, and a turnover here by the Spartans as Steinke's going to turn it right back, but a foul called here on Howson, as it's going to be staying with the Spartans here, left side out of bounds, or right side out of bounds, I'm sorry.
When they turn it over, the Spartans, it seems like they just can't get their passes up high enough, and then it goes right into the hands of Hatton Northwood.
Steinke to inbound. She gets it to Marissa Mitchell, who gets it back to Steinke. Steinke now gets into the corner for Mitchell. Mitchell overlooking the defense, trying to get it into Surface. She does. Surface's shot is up, and it's good off the glass, and I didn't know the bank was still open.
I mean, that was like a circus shot. You could hear the music playing somewhere, and Surface just puts it in and answering right back. Hatton Northwood. Oh, man, they are firing.
As the shot went in that time, and they extend the lead to 28.
That was Lily Thompson.
Lily Thompson on the shot, and as Marissa Mitchell misses it on the right side, and Lily Thompson has it here for the Thunder. She'll settle it down in the offense. She'll swing it over top of the key now to Howson. Howson now with a pitch over and back to, that is Gator. Now to Lily Thompson. Inside to Azure, and anticipated that pass was Reagan Zerfus. She's going to get in the way and get it to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to drive, floater attempt from inside the paint. No good. Rebounded here by Estella Sterrett, and she's going to bring it up for the Thunder here with 40 seconds left here in the first half, or in the third quarter. Azure now has it on the right side, up top to Gator. Thought about a 3, pulls it down. She'll swing it out to Howson. Howson drives in and kicks over to Azure, who gets it to Sterrett. Sterrett's going to drive to the free throw line, or elbow, and now back out to the top is Howson. She'll drive to the baseline, shot up and good on a little turnaround shot there. Give her 2 more there. Now give her a total of 6 on the ball game.
I still hear the circus music. That shot just, once again, incredible.
Mitchell on a bounce pass, stolen away by Sterrett. She's going to drive in, and a shot up, no good. But who's there? It's Reagan Zerfus with 2 seconds. She gets a shot up at the buzzer, and it's no good. But it would have been no good anyway, even if it would have went in, as the official blew the whistle dead. And that will end your third quarter with the Spartans down 30 points. 56-26 on your Chad Edwards Steel Seed scoreboard. The Thunder leading the Spartans. Here as we will begin quarter 4 after this.
Welcome 2021. We are all happy you are here. Time for a fresh start. Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. The start of each year brings excitement and opportunity for those of us in agriculture. At Irie Insurance, we feel the excitement as well, and we want to make sure 2021 gets off to a great start as you plan for the planting season. We would love to sit down with each of you for annual policy review and make sure your farm's equity is protected. To find an Irie Insurance agent near you, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Pioneer, tailored for your farm, delivering success. With decades of research, Pioneer has the genetics, tools, and local testing capabilities to deliver the most diverse and consistent seed for your farm needs. Work with Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton in Hope, your local Pioneer team, to evaluate your needs and select the best varieties with the right herbicide-tolerant trait for your farm. With the science behind Pioneer products and the local service, you get success from your crop yields. Good luck to the Finley-Sharon Hope Page team from your local Pioneer seed representatives, Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton of Hope.
Mitchell and Steinke as welcoming back into the fourth quarter as the Spartans are going to run out with the lineup of Steinke, Mitchell, Stromstead, Larson, and Mayhews. For the Thunder, they're going to roll out with Skylar Uglum, McKenna Gator, as well as Lily Thompson, Kennison Azure, and that is going to be Amir Housen as the offensive glass rebound there off the shot there by Steinke is going to be rebounded by Jillian Larson, who gets the right block shot up and good as the first two of the fourth quarter goes the way of the Spartans here. Shot up that time, no good. Larson's going to track down the rebound, and it's going to be a foul call against the Thunder, and it's going to go the way of the Spartans here.
Larson just using her size to her advantage. Doing a good job getting that defensive board. And on the opposite side of the court, give him a bucket, give him a board, give him back possession.
Steinke inbounds to Marissa Mitchell, who gets it up to Beth Mayhews here on the left side. Beth Mayhews looking for where to go with it. Now swings it over to the right corner. It is Mitchell. Mitchell's going to drive around a couple screens. She gets it back to Mayhews on the right wing. Mayhews drives in, shot up, no good. Rebounded here as it's a loose ball on the ground. Mayhews has got it, and a jump ball to be called. It's going to go the other way to the Spartans. 25th team turnover on the Spartans here tonight.
I was thinking earlier tonight, we have not seen a lot of shooting from Beth Mayhews in these last few games. She had a hand injury in the middle, the middle part of the season.
So it could be hindering her, is what you're saying.
I don't believe it's that. She hasn't pulled up as much. Something to ask about for sure.
Uglum in trouble, passes it out on like a bucket pass there to, that was Lily Thompson, and Larson says, no, none of that. If only she would have done the Dikembe Mutombo finger way.
I don't know if that would have voted over well down 56-28.
But anyway, Steinke gets it ripped out of her hands. It's going to be out of bounds off of the Spartan, or not off the Spartans, off the Thunder. It's going to stay with the Spartans, though, with the time clock, or the continuous game clock here in the fourth quarter, as the Spartans are only, the continuous clock should be turned off. It's not a 30-point lead. It's a 28-point lead for the Thunder.
Doesn't seem our companions at the scoring table have gotten that memo. Looks like the fax machine is broken.
Stromstead gets her fifth attempt at the line. First one is up. No good.
There it goes.
No, it stopped.
Ripped off about, 15 seconds, 20 seconds?
Stromstead second free throw at the line. No good, and it's going to be a loose ball controlled here by the Thunder. It's Uglum. Uglum now will settle it down and get it over to Amir Housen. Housen dribbling drive. She'll get it to the paint. Out to Lily Thompson. Her three is up. Off front iron. No good. Rebound underneath by Gator. And it's going to be a snatch rebound there by Megan Larson. And it's going to be another rebound there by Gator after three missed opportunities. And they still got possession of the basketball here as it's settled down and up to Uglum. Uglum hands it off over to Lily Thompson, who now drives over and hands it off herself with a little contact there to Housen. Housen to Gator. Gator over to Uglum. Uglum's going to drive to the paint. Her shot up. No good. Rejected away that time and rebounded by Jillian Larson, who gets it up to Mayhews. Mayhews met by a double team. Gets it to Larson. Larson over to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to drive to the left block, trying to feed it inside to Steinke, and it's going to be a pass that goes out of bounds. They're going to say off the Thunder. It's going to say Spartans basketball underneath. 4:50, and the game clock continues to go here.
Larson's turned into a bit of a human windshield wiper in these last two possessions.
Larson, free throw line jump shot is up. No good. Rebounded underneath there by Reagan Zerfis.
She's been in for the game for a whole 4 seconds, and she already finds two.
Gets her first two of the fourth quarter, and now cuts the lead to 26 points here with 4:27 left here in tonight's game. Housen gets it over to Gator. Gator feeds it inside. Lily Thompson almost lost control of it. Does. And it's going to be a loose ball. Goes out of bounds. Saying off of the Spartans. I think it was going to be off Reagan Zerfis there. And it's going to stay with the Thunder here. Thompson inbounds it to Housen. Housen over to Uglum. Uglum trying to feed inside to Thompson. Her turnaround paint shot up, no good. And Jillian Larson just grabs that one and gets it going for the Spartans here. Reagan Zerfus drives to the baseline and right block. That is her spot. And quickly, not even a full minute checked back into the ball game.
4 points.
As the Thunder have it now, and they get it over to the left side to Thompson. Now up top, Uglum. Uglum overlooking the defense. She's going to drive to the middle free throw line, or a paint floater again for Uglum. I think that's her 4th time she scored on that move, and she gets another one to go there. Her first 2 of the 4th.
Still a nice contest from Larson. She was in the right spot, had her hand in the right area, but just the floater and the finesse off that shot, as we have some players hitting the hardwood right now. No discredit to Larson. She's played good defense. It just, when Hatton Northwood has need to turn it on and finesse shots, they have.
We got a full group substitution checking into the ball game. Everyone besides Estella Serrett is going to be checking out for Hatton Northwood. Checking in Ariana Berrigan as the shot up there by Haley Schlafeld. No good. Kennison Ozer also checks in. Emma Thorsgaard, as well as...
Oh, we lost a water bottle. Thank you, Owen Zerfus. Might have been, I think there is a little child up there in the Batman shirt. Might have been trying the bottle flip challenge as Larson, Stromset, and Zerfus check out, and it ran astray on the court.
Speaking of the Zerfus, you'll have a chance to cover Owen Zerfus tomorrow night with the Finley-Sharon Hope Page taking on who?
Oh, just 1 second. Here in the right corner. Sorry, you caught me off guard there for a second, Joe.
I know.
We're taking on the Spartans are taking on Carrington. We'll carry that tomorrow night on yourliveevent.com. That game coming to you sharply at 7:30 p.m.
Hudson Zerfus quickly into the ballgame, throws a turnover there, and it's going to carry into the 30th team turnover on the Spartans here tonight.
Now I was like Kawhi Leonard right there, like I locked up. My robotic system shut down.
Gator gets it over, and a shot put up here on the left side by Emma Thorsgaard, and she's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of her own here, as that foul is going to be called on the Spartans. Give it their 3rd team foul, and 3rd on Haley Schlodfeld there. It's going to send Emma Thorsgaard to the line to shoot 2.
And airmail right there by Thorsgaard. Give us some time with the running clock. Now they stop it at 1:34, 58-32. Spartans down. Thunder up. Let's talk a little bit about that game tomorrow. Carrington 6-9. Finley-Sharon Page boys at 6-8. 2 teams teetering and tottering around that 500 mark. Should be a good one. And Finley, North Dakota, once again at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow on Friday night on yourliveevent.com.
Kaisa Carlson checks into the ball game, as well as that is Kayla Schlodfeld. Kaisa Carlson gets an ear shot from the mid-range up. No good. Claire Irie with the rebound, and she's going to drive to the baseline, tries to feed it over to Hudson Zerfus. Zerfus lost it, and it's going to be a loose ball, goes out of bounds. They're going to say off of the Thunder. It's going to stay with the Spartans here.
Hudson Zerfus is to check it in. Goes all the way rainbow to Carlson. Carlson now at the right wing. Just dancing loose ball to Steinke.
Steinke now has it here on the right side, looking to get it into Claire Irie. She does not. Pulls it back up, and up top is Kaisa Carlson, who's going to drive mid-range, picks it up. Now over to Kayla Schlodfeld. Schlodfeld now over to Esther Steinke. Steinke's going to try and drive in again.
Gotta get up soon.
Ball is going to be turned over here. Stolen away by Ariana Barr again. And they're going to bring it up for the Thunder with 30 seconds left. A 1-second differential from the shot clock and game clock, which means the Thunder will have to put up a shot here on this possession. Berrigan has it up on the top. She's going to drive against Kaisa Carlson. Now over to Gator. Gator trying to feed it inside, and she's going to get called for the travel there, as that is going to be the 20th turnover for the Thunder here tonight, as Kaisa Carlson has 6 seconds to try and score. It is going to be stolen away. No, it's a jump ball called, but the clock's going to continue to go, and that is your final score tonight, as the Hatton Northwood Thunder take a 58-32 victory over to Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans here in tonight's Girls Region 2 basketball bout. We'll come back with our post-game report, as well as name our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and RDK Enterprise Precision Player of the Game after this on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local planter experts. Tune up, add up, the math is simple. Every additional percentage of meter accuracy adds a bushel or two more per acre. While they should run at 98% or better, many do not. That's why no matter who made them, no matter their type, every meter should be calibrated every year. Keep your meters in top-notch shape. Call RDK at 701-636-2119 to schedule your meter maintenance today.
Dreaming of that perfect house with a picket fence and a spacious backyard? Maybe the kids have moved out and you're thinking about downsizing, or another's on the way and you need more room? Whatever your needs when buying or selling commercial or residential property, call Stephanie Osley with Greenberg Realty. No matter if you're experienced or first-time home buyer or seller, you want and need someone on your side. That's Stephanie Osley, Greenberg Realty. Call today, 218-779-1135. For all your real estate needs, Stephanie Osley, Greenberg Realty, 218-779-1135.
As we welcome you into the post-game report following the Hatton Northwood Thunder defeating the Finley-Sharon Hope Page in tonight's ball game by a final score of 58-32. And Derek, let's run through and give a scoring recap. How did we get to the final score being like this? Well, we'll break it down to the first quarter. I'd say the Hatton Northwood Thunder got off to a rumbling start, hence the Thunder there, as they were able to jump out on the early turnovers, early mistakes by the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans, especially going on a 10-2 run there, middle of that first quarter, and just, seemingly not playing their best offense, but doing what they needed to do to jump out to an early lead.
We talked about in our Insurance pregame show that the Spartans always find their best runs in the first quarter, and they're only down 16-6 in that first quarter. And, it looks bad on the scoreboard, but, again, they played their best ball in that first quarter defensively because we talked about Hatton Northwood, fundamentally, was not sound in the first half. Came out of halftime, made their adjustments, and not only did they pick up on what the Spartans couldn't put down on the offensive side in the paint and keep finding those fouls and trips to the line, they also found their groove and found the net on their jumpers, and a few threes fell as well. So at the end of the first half, it looked like Hatton Northwood had a lot to work on. They came out, and they just cleaned up business.
Yes. Yeah, in that first half especially, they ended the first half only up 16 points at 34-18. But, two teams that are very young, like I said in the pregame, opposite sides of the standings. One team is 4-13, or 3-12. Now they're 3-13. But the Spartans are still about the same age group as this Hatton Northwood Thunder team, now sitting at 11-4 on the season. But the thing was the style of offense, for the Thunder played into their hands tonight as the Spartans were turning the ball over. They were getting their transition points, and the Spartans just could not set Reagan Zerfus up. So, she got 8 points in that first half, but she just was not able to get comfortable down in the paint where, she could usually, where she does most of the time, dominate from the two blocks. But no, the defensive pressure, and especially not playing a clean first half, being up 16 points is not bad for the Thunder. We jump into the second half, and like you said, after your halftime adjustments, the Thunder came out and knocked down 4 straight jump shots, and just seemingly came out of that the halftime break, especially with the Spartans turning it over 3 times.
Spartans, there was times where they just didn't even get their footing on offense. Back-to-back possessions, it looked like Marissa Mitchell looking for Reagan Zerfus near the mid-range area, and either it went off of Zerfus' lower body and just went out of bounds, or just went completely awry and past Zerfus. And both times, Mitchell and Zerfus exchanged each other their first look. That's interesting. If you see on our camera right now, we see Koenig in a boot. on his right foot. We'll talk about that tomorrow night. I'm sure that'll be something to discuss with Coach Chelsea Beaton of the Spartans, the boys squad. But once again,
let's get back to the girls.
Back to the girls. Just kind of caught our eye, but couldn't catch anything. The Spartans could in the second half.
Yeah, and they ended, and especially in the fourth quarter, it was basically the running clock and, substitutions came in the ball game, and really not a lot of scoring happened in the fourth quarter. I mean, Zerfus was able to get 4 points for her, and then Larson added 2. But besides that, only 10 points scored in that fourth quarter from both teams, and that's kind of how the things ran out as the final score. 58-32, the Thunder take this one. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our statistics and wrap up the broadcast here tonight with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, as well as our Precision Player of the Game here on YourLiveEvent.com.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
Here's a message from Chad Albert, Steel Seed, working the Spartan territory. Every American farmer works hard. It's a given. At Golden Harvest Seed Company, they believe that seed performance should be a given too. They're rooted in genetics, agronomy, and a service to help you deliver a better performance in each of your fields. Your success is their success. So put Golden Harvest to work for you. Contact Chad Albert, Steel Seed, 701-866-2972.
Dr. Craig Rothfuss Dental Practice in Hillsboro is accepting new patients. They offer patients of all ages a full range of dental services, including Clear Correct, which is an option for invisible braces, and a $99 whitening program. Dr. Rothfuss accepts multiple insurance plans, including Delta Dental, United Concordia that was affiliated with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Principal Dental Insurance. Bring your smile to Dr. Craig Rothfuss Dental Practice in Hillsboro, and the friendly staff will help make it sparkle. Call 701-636-4244 today.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
When you need seed for your farm, contact Rocky Nedham. Nedham Seeds in Caledonia, 701-430-1149. Wheat varieties include LCS Trigger, LCS Rebel, AgriPro, SY Velda. Nedham Seeds also has barley seed and Seedex sugar beet seed, plus Pioneer corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed. Wheat, barley, corn, soybean, sunflower, alfalfa, and sugar beet seed. Nedham Seeds, Caledonia, 701-430-1149.
As we take a long extended break there, kind of having a chance to catch up with Owen Zerfus ahead
he's a
of tomorrow's
riot.
game. He is a fun guy to talk to, but again, let's shift our focus back onto the girls' game here. As tonight's, we're going to run through the box score. We'll start with the winning team on the scoreboard tonight, the Hatton Northwood Thunder. They are led in scoring tonight by Skylar Uglum, who has 16 points. All but 3 came in that first half, and I mean, just, the life in that first half from Skylar Uglum there. And, 16 points. We have Kanasan Ajir, who has 14 points. 7 of them from the free throw line, or 8 of them from the free throw line, 6 of them from the field. So very efficient, and might, as I say, a hint, precise.
Oh, there it is.
From the night tonight, especially from the free throw line. Also, Going in as 8 points that time is Lily Thompson. She gets 8 points, mostly all in the first half there. Got 2 in the third. Amar Houson has 6 points, a 3 to go along with a made field goal as well as a free throw. Also with 6 points, we have Estella Serrett. She has 6 points, 4 in the second half, 2 in the first. And we have 4 points from Megan Larson, both a basket in each half. And 2 points from both McKenna Gator as well as Emma Thorsgaard. But Gator's one stands out more because it was that first half buzzer beater, as Derek was kind of hinting also at, as maybe being a February top play.
Yeah, just send your suggestions. We already got that one in our memory banks. Once again, at yourloveevent.com, and find me at DerekDZG11. And also check out our R&J Broadcasting Twitter page as well. Or you can send us emails ourselves, Derek R&J Radio at arvig.net, and Joe the same, Joe Stetz, RJ Radio at arvig.net as well. If you find any plays you see on any of our yourloveevent.com broadcasts and you think, man, I really want to see that again, you can see it at the end of February and the beginning of March for our February top 10 plays of yourloveevent.com.
Thank you again, Derek, for the plug on that one. Now we'll switch it over to the Finley-Sharon homepage Spartans. They are led in scoring tonight by, again, Reagan Zerfus. Got it going, but just a little too late for her. She got 20 points, both 10 in the first, 10 in the second half. I mean, very consistent effort from her tonight. They also get up 2 4-point scoring outings from Jillian Larson as well as Alyssa Stromstead. Haley Schlodfeld pitches in a 2, and Esther Steinke pitches in 2 of her own as well to finish the final score being 58-32 on your Chad Albert Steel Seed scoreboard. Give them a call at 701-866-2972. We will we won't come back. We will continue on and go with our 2 awards here tonight. We will start with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, and like we were kind of hinting at, we kind of had our 2 picks, and our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game has to go to Skylar Uglum. 14 points, brought the energy early in the game, got him out going, not only scoring, but assisting, stealing, playing defense, just brought the energy and helped the Thunder build that early lead early in this game.
Especially in that foul line, both her and Audrey, who we'll get to here in a little bit, just making their presence known down low. And whether it was going to the foul line or finding nice floaters to fall, they did it all. And Hatton Northwood, they have plenty of players to pick from, but I have to go, Uglum, great choice for Enbridge Energy Player of the Game.
Uglum gets the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Work has begun to replace Line 3 and keep everyone safe as Enbridge's top priority. They have new COVID-19 safety rules that have been established for Enbridge employees because we want everyone home safe. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us today to find out more about that. And again, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game goes to Skylar Uglum. We'll flip it over now and we'll talk about our RDK Precision Player of the Game. And of course, we kind of hinted at it as well. Our Precision Player of the Game is going to go to Kenneson Azure. Great performance from her, but the thing that stands out the most on a precise outing like tonight, the free throw shooting. 8 of 9 from the free throw line tonight, and very great performance there from Kenneson Azure tonight.
And that's how you keep the Spartans at bay. You slow down the game. You don't let them have the basketball in their hands, and you just keep it at your foul line, and you just make them pay for troubling you in the paint. Let it drop and drop and drop, and ever so precise with those drops was Azure.
And again, Kenneson Azure, 14 points, 8 of her 14 points coming from the free throw line and shooting around that 83% mark here tonight. Very good performance from Azure. She gets our RDK Precision Player of the Game. Thinking about upgrading your planter? Visit RDK Enterprise at their locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota to learn about their available rebates and financing. RDK Enterprise, planterdoc.com. To visit more and find out more about RDK, visit planterdoc.com. Well, I think that will wrap us up here from Hope, North Dakota. as tomorrow we will preview kind of a quick summary again. And we will be in Finley tomorrow. We won't be at the same spot. We'll be in Finley, North Dakota, broadcasting the boys matchup for Finley.
Still a home game, of course, for Finley-Sharon Page. Boys taking on Carrington. Spartans boys squad sitting at 6-8, just lost this last Tuesday against Midway Minto. And then going against a Carrington team sitting at 6-9. And we were at our commercial break just moments ago. We were talking to senior leader Owen Zerfis, and he says he believes his team matches up well, and it looks like that on paper. But I take Owen's word, looking up on film, the matches that they have. Some developments coming in that game that might hinder a few things, might throw things some off. Landon Koenig looks like he's going to be out in that game with his right boot, his right shoe?
His right ankle.
Right ankle.
It was kind of the same injury that Esther Steinke had earlier this season. Or not earlier this season, not more than a week ago.
Twisted it against Midway Minto in the third quarter. And it looks like, from what he told us, Bryce Juliuson will start. Ryan Tweet has to sit out one quarter. And we will get the treat of watching Owen Zerfis tip off tomorrow night against Carrington. And again, that is your matchup on YourLoveIt.com tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. in Finley, North Dakota. Pregame starts at 7 with our JV bout at 6.
Thank you again for that, and that'll do it for us here tonight as the Hatton Northwood Thunder defeat the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans on your Chattanooga Steel Seed scoreboard, 58-32 for the final time here tonight. Again, I want to thank the guy to my right, running the camera, doing a little color, battling through all the computer issues we had earlier.
Boy, howdy. Let me tell you.
Derek Zimmerman Geyer, of course. I'm Joseph Stentz, signing off from Hope, North Dakota, with the Thunder defeating the Spartans 58-32. Good night, everyone.